Have you ever been in the position where you know better? You know that you know better. You even know that you should be doing better, but you just don't. Have you ever been in that situation? We're going to have that conversation right after the intro. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Donna with me, your host, Dr. Donna Oriowo. I am your sex and relationship therapist in Washington, D.C. metro area, the author of Drink Water and Mind Your Business, a Black woman's guide to unlearning the BS and healing self-esteem. And let me tell you, I think that I've been really deep in my hypocritical bag lately. I feel like we should just go ahead and call me the hypocritical therapist because like many people, I feel like in various spaces, it's like, you know better, right? This is your area of expertise. This is what you know. This is what you talk about. This is what you teach about. This is what you preach about. Maybe what you tell your clients to do, and then you just don't do it. And I decided that, you know what? I'm putting me on blast today, mostly because I don't think anybody watches these like that anyway. So I feel like I could get away with it. And because there's one thing that I was talking about, maybe it was a week or two ago. I did a video on rest and the 7 types of rest specifically. So I'll put them on the screen here, but also they are physical, mental, social, sensory, spiritual, emotional, and creative. Now, why am I thinking about this? I'm thinking about this for a couple of reasons. Number one, on Threads the other week, maybe it was Saturday or Sunday. Like it was recent, y'all. I posted that I was abjectly, it was 2 days ago. My goodness. Time is weird. Okay, so on Sunday, I posted, I am exhausted. And I know I can't be the only Black woman, Black business owner, or Black therapist feeling it. I'm special, but I'm not that special. Right. And I put my phone down because, again, exhausted. I put it out there. I went to rest my eyes. And when I came back to comments, I came back to likes and reminders that I'm actually indeed not alone. And then I thought, 2 days ago, you're talking about how exhausted you are. Meanwhile, you know that there are multiple types of rest. Have you been doing your rest work? And I had to sit in the fact that my answer was no. And that, like many therapists, like many professionals, like many people, we be in a do as I say, not as I do sort of space. Despite the fact that I know, per social learning theory, that people learn best by what they watch other people do, not how other people run their mouths, right? People will always be running this, right? But a lot of times, the things that we say, they don't match the things that we do, which means that we are offering, I would say, a miscommunication, right? Because we're saying that this thing is important. We're saying that this thing should be done. We're saying that this thing is important while having the audacity, the unmitigated gall to not even follow our own stuff. And I was feeling so very exhausted on Sunday. Like eyes can't really open, like brain fog came back in and I noticed it. Um, for reference, I had brain fog once before. I probably had it for months and didn't know that I had it. I probably had it for years actually, but I didn't know I had it because, well, a girl just wasn't well for a long ass time. So how was I supposed to know the difference? Anyway, the point is that I recognize that myself as the hypocritical therapist. And I think that it was just time to put myself a little bit on blast, to be open and honest about that. I think because I am a person with goals, I have ambitions, there are things that I want to achieve, that I sometimes treat rest like it is optional. I treat rest like it's a thing I could do that is not as important to do. Um, I will get up early. I will end days late. I sometimes don't even bother with breakfast. Sometimes I don't eat a good, healthy, like healthy, balanced, whatever you want to call it. I don't eat healthy, balanced meals. Like a girl really likes whatever she can eat quickly. And as much as I don't like leftovers, I like leftovers during the day if it means that I had something quick that I could just throw in the microwave, right? Because I find that I'm not always in a restful spirit, and I recognize that it's in the spirit of comparison, right? Looking at people my age and younger who I feel are doing a daggone thing and wondering, how come I ain't reached there yet? How come I didn't get there yet? Why haven't I? So I think if I want to reach the goal, that I have to give up the rest. That is how you define success. And I know that that is incorrect, right? If I chase their success, I'll never have mine. If I'm looking at them, I'm not paying attention to me. And if I don't build in rest, then I will create a life that I detest and that I find the need to escape from. And I know that that's somebody who's watching now, like out of the three of us. Um, Sometimes we just get into that space where we are very much, we're so far into the comparing and the wants of things and still using other people's definitions that we don't allow ourselves rest. And I decided that for the next several days, but certainly for the next 7 days, I want to try practicing these different types of rest. Um, so today I did physical because it's the top one on this list, right? So physical rest is any activity that improves your physical well-being and restores your body. So it was a very physical day. And I felt that Tuesday is a very auspicious day to actually start something like that. Mostly because most of y'all hate Monday. I don't particularly hate Monday because I don't start my Mondays very early. But Tuesday for me, it's a really great day of the week. And like Thursday is my favorite day of the week. So I really wanted to get to a real calm space by Friday, you know? So today, my physical rest was to take a nap. Like my eyes actually needed a rest. I gave myself a beautiful 15-minute that turned hour and 15-minute nap. And it felt so good. And I woke up and I felt more clear than I did earlier in the day, simply because I gave myself that space. And I'll say that like I've been peppering a little bit of physical rest in throughout my day, like retrospectively, like looking back. I woke up this morning. Usually I wake up 6:30. I get out of the bed at 6:30, not get wake up at 6:30 and linger. And I decided I was gonna linger this morning. I was gonna take my time, I was gonna move slow. And I felt like that was honoring where I was physically. Um, I still, I still had things to do by 7, but I was able to linger a little bit in the bed, give myself a slower start, and I just hop right up. I was able to take that nap. I honored my body when it has given me the cue that, hey, baby, we thirsty. What it has been on deck. I also went skating today. And I know that we think of rest and sometimes we think without movement, without doing. I would even say that most of us, when we think about resting, we mostly think about the physical aspects. And I would say that that's because a lot of these other aspects, the mental, social, sensory, spiritual, emotional, and creative, they all show up in your body. Right? Like if you don't honor these other pieces, they show up as stress in the body. It's the sort of wearing your shoulders as earrings, it's tension, sometimes it's belly aches, it's headaches, migraines, sensory sensitivity to like light and sounds and all that other stuff. And I think that we believe then that our body is the thing that needs a break. And so we don't think about the other areas that also require regular resting. Part of the reason that this has been on my mind today specifically is because I'm learning French, and my teacher asked me to explain something, and I had to explain this. I was trying to explain these types of rest in French. And I was just like, well, it'd be a lot easier to do it in English. So here we are. Um, I want to challenge myself, but I'm also going to go ahead and challenge you because why not? I think it's one thing to watch a video. I think it's one thing to know better, but that know better, do better doesn't work like that, right? It's you know better, and now you have an opportunity to do better, which means you actually have to figure out how to bridge the gap between the two. Like, do I know that there are seven types of rest? Absolutely. Do I practice the seven types of rest? Not usually, right? I practice them under very specific circumstances. And I, like many of us, I'm just hypocritical. And I recognize that as a flaw of, I would say, communication. Because it's one thing to, when you know something and even to say something, but the part where you do, I think that that puts your communication in full alignment, where the thought matches what you said, matches what you did. And I think that a lot of us, self included, we we may have the thought, we may say, I think that a lot of us, we say the thing because we know what the thing is that we're supposed to say, even while we're thinking thoughts that don't match up, and while we're doing actions that don't match up. And I wonder if part of the reason that we don't achieve the things that we want is because we are not actually in alignment. The brain didn't match the mouth, didn't match the actions. And I wonder how that changes how we experience ourselves as trustworthy or untrustworthy, but also how we see ourselves as worthy or not worthy of being of our fuel, of being worthy of our full humanity, which includes honoring our need for rest. Because I think it's a wonderful thing to want something. I think it's even better if you understand why you want it, and if you understand the story that you tell yourself behind the want. And the best thing that you could possibly do is to make sure that your wants are actually yours and not the wants of someone else that you try to act out with your body while treating yourself like something less than human. To be human, to be alive, is to require rest. And hypocritical therapist though I may be, I will be practicing this. So today was the day of the physical rest, of trying to restore my body, honoring my body, hearing my body. And I will continue to do that. But tomorrow, on my day off, I'm thinking that's going to be some social. I need some social break, y'all. Some social. And I might be able to throw in a little razzle dazzle with some sensory, but we're going to see. The point is, I'm going to be taking these seven types of rest one day at a time, trying to find what it means to practice this in my everyday and to build it into my schedule as a regular part of my day. Because if it's on the schedule, baby girl does it. So I'm wondering how you could do it, how I could do it, and how we can have the thought, say the thing, but also do the thing and be in a full communication alignment, not just with ourselves, but in a way that sort of radiates out. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I just want to let y'all know that I be hypocritical. I'm out here like, you talk the thing, you talk a good talk, but you don't walk that walk. Crazy work. Working on it, because what I realize is that I can't keep being this tired and just doing what I already been doing. Time to change up. All right. I am Dr. Donna. This has been the Daily Donna. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. And to let me know that you even made it to this point, can you tell me what is your favorite kind of donut? That's what I want to know, your favorite kind. For me, it is, oh, there's this one from this place called Astro Donuts. And while they do have an Old Bay donut, it's an Old Bay donut chicken sandwich. It's delicious. As far like a traditionalist donut taste, they got this like honey glaze with bacon. It's the sweet and the savory. It's delicious. What's your favorite donut? Tell me in the comments. I mean, other than that, I'm a Krispy Kreme kind of girl. All right, I will see you when tomorrow. Why? Because this is the Daily Donna, which means I'll be here daily. All right, bye.